Bang! Neeves Knives. I'm Jared, and here we have a new Vosteed button lock in 14C 28M blade steel spear point blade. Maybe it's more of a drop point, but it's right there in between a drop point and a spear point, and it is the Corgi. And it does come with a metal can with a little Corgi sticker in there with a nice pouch, so packaging is awesome. Inset deep carry clip, and I like how they position. Some people say that they wish that there's, like on the raccoon, the Axis style lock raccoon, they said they wish it was up higher, but this is what makes it so comfortable in the hand, because it perfectly nestles itself in the hand. Same thing with this one, and very neutral ergos, so this is, oh man, this is comfortable. Whether you're in the reverse grip, pinch grip, doesn't matter. The clip, you don't even feel it. Then we have this button that's slightly pronounced with a little bit of texturing on it. And it is on bearings. So we have flipper, and then we have the front flipper. So you can use both of them. Very, very fidgety. You can do the reach over. The jimping on the flippers are really good. Well done. Whether it's the front flipper, I usually wish the front flipper went and hit the corner. You can see they hit the front face of it and the top of it, but not quite the corner. Same thing with the regular flipper, but it feels like it does, so I'm not mad at it. Good amount of jimping, great kind of jimping, so it just works really good. And it does stand up proud a little bit, so it's pretty easy. And then you can also, I forgot to mention, you can also slow roll all the way around and it will lock in place. Really quick, you can pre-order these. I will have it linked down in the description. If you pre-order it now, they will start shipping out on the 28th of this month. So February 28th. I don't know when you're watching this. So if you're watching this after the 28th, they've already dropped. So you can just buy them and just use the link down in the description. But if you're watching it before, you can make sure you can get yours. So just in case if they sell out, you can make sure you got one if you do like it. And they will be shipping out to you on the 28th. So, and the blade sits nicely nestled into the handle. That looks really cool. I always like that. You know, it makes the platform, or, you know, the space it takes up in your pocket so much less, and it's real easy to put in and out of the pocket without no issues. You do have a hidden lanyard pin in the back spacer, so that's pretty cool for you lanyard fans. And you can always do the button lock swing if you want, where you just push the button and flick it and let it use gravity. You can always do that. Lockup, pretty good. I did spine whack the heck out of it, and it did not fail. So far so good with this one. I can't speak for all of them, but this one's locked up pretty good. It does have milling on the inside, so for weight relieving. And I like how the inlay is done. It's seamless, very nicely, and it's got a small pivot, a very, very small pivot. Sits right above the button, and the button is not too pronounced. Even when it's poking out, it does poke out a little bit, but I've never been in fear of hitting it. So, you know, it feels pretty solid. Yes, if I sit here on the pinch grip, I could intentionally do it, but even me just putting my finger right here does not disengage it. I have to intentionally push it. So that's really cool. Now, a couple complaints. Let's talk about some negatives. One, you guys already know, the plunge grind. You know, I'm always going to mention it unless if it's done right, because they started the plunge grind here, ended it here. They did not give you barely any life to sharpen off. The geometry is pretty good on the blade, so it is relatively thin behind the edge, but it's, you know, you should give us more sharpenings off of the edge so that it doesn't create a smile when we do start sharpening in the future. The blade to handle ratio is a little bit off. You can see how small the blade is inside the handle. Now, it doesn't look like it when it's open, and it does give you a nice big grip that's not too big. It's just perfect, and it's nice and comfortable. So, you know, it's not that big of a deal, but the blade could be slightly longer. But, you know, it's close. The next thing, and this is very, very much nitpicking, these screws are slightly proud. I'd, you know, be happier if they were just a little bit more inset. You can see how they slightly pop up. And then also the last thing is, I wish this had a reversible clip. Not for me, but for those that are left-handed, because this is a button lock. Button locks are already ambidextrous. You just use your pointer finger instead of your thumb in the left hand. So I think it should have a reversible deep carry pocket clip. But other than those, awesome knife. As a first impressions, I like it quite a bit. It's somewhat of a gentleman knife in a way. It looks good, has a good look to it. Nice clean platform too. It's a very clean looking knife. And yeah, I think it's pretty cool. But just a quick first impressions for you guys. I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.